everybody, welcome to... Okay, let's pause this thing. Welcome to a follow-up D-Zoned. This is DOOMMUD3, which seems to be a newer version of DOOMMUD3, whatever you want to call it. The last one we did. So, thanks to Joe Ilya for pointing this one out. But this one has a few changes to some of the maps, like... I didn't go too much into detail because I didn't want to spoil anything. This one is... Map 1 is probably the most extensively changed one out of the set. It seems to add a few new areas, more enemies, and what have you. And then maps like 2, 3, looking at my notes here, 2, 3, 5, and 6, I think. Yeah, 2, 3, 5, and 6 seem to just sort of maybe add a few things, maybe remove a few things, but it doesn't significantly change the level. For the sake of brevity, in quotation marks, I suppose, we're only going to be showing maps, let's see, 1, because there do seem to be a few more changes to this one. Map 4, which is a new map altogether, and then 7, 8, and 9. So it's going to be a little bit of a shorter one compared to last week, but there shouldn't be any real repeats. I do find it a little bit unfortunate that map 4 was one of the ones that ended up getting completely replaced, because that was my favorite one of the set last time. But, oh well, what you gonna do? Anyway, let's move on to map 1. So before this one scored a 5 out of 10, let's see if it does a little bit better this time. Now, I do remember this one being pretty new textures as well, so that's fun. Yeah, I remember this one being a bit of a fun time, because you kind of start with that armor and this fancy little myhouse.wad thing. However, there is an invuln right here. Good. Should probably wait till I have more rockets before I do it, like, I don't know. Oh, lost soul in my closet. I would never keep that there. I wouldn't keep that anywhere in my house. Really love to find more rockets. Maybe a dash of health. There's a rocket launcher. What about going to the... Oh, damn it. Alright, well, let's... Oh, okay. Do a little bit of shotgun sniping at my... What is this? Bathroom window? Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Let's see, I'm going to say these new textures are not quite at the same level of Adrian Carmack, but, that being said... It was pretty rare to see custom textures in a WAD file. I mean, not everything was Aliens TC. After all, I really need to play that at some point. I mean, God, even Civvy got around to it. Yep, this is just as much of a tinderbox as I remember. I'm trying to think of what I did last time, because last time I basically chained invulns. Maybe that was rendered impossible this time. Just a possibility. And honestly, that was the thing I complained about the most, was not having invulns, or having invulns, I should say. Because there were too many of them. You were able to just chain them together and basically completely defang the map with them. Which, I don't know, I could have just moved differently. Because I did see that other one outside. So if you know where to go, you're still gonna probably have a very similar experience. Okay, there's the outside. This must be where I went last time, maybe. I also seem to remember doing a bit more in the way of rocket spam. Not that it really matters that much if you have invuln, but, you know. Oh, can you go away, please? Alright, well, we have rockets now, so we're going to use them. Yeah, that works. Kill the imps in the shed. Oh, look at you. Now I have a rocket launcher with a ton of ammo, ho ho ho, etc, 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 etc. Alright, so the blue key, I believe, unlocks the basement, which is kinda, sorta hidden here. Behind the texture that nobody uses. Or it didn't, at least. They used it once. And I don't even think they used it in episode 4. Oh. I heard a bit of an earth-shattering kaboom. I can't do my Marvin voice right now. Did I pick up another invuln? Because this one seems to be lasting a long time. Alright, so, well, that's curious. And totally not suspicious. I couldn't get away from that in time. Oopsie. Did use a lot of rockets, didn't I? Right. This is the thing that's kind of funny about this, is like, this is... Like, the proportions in this house are actually relatively realistic. Just in terms of just raw size. But just because of the shape of Doom Guy, it... Make a movie, the shape of Doom Guy. But no, just because of Doom Guy's shape and... What the fuck? That was awkward. Anyway. It makes it a lot weirder to move around than it otherwise would be. Oh yeah, that thing. That would help. Etc, etc. Shoutouts to Vitan. Right. So... This thing here. Yeah, and I think that was like the secret door that I didn't complain about, because they give you a free auto map. Yeah, I'm really hesitant to rate this again, because I'm not really... I mean, you still kind of have that problem where if you go the right path, you're going to have invulnerability for a vast majority of the map. And honestly, I'm not really... I mean, I took a quick glimpse at this in... Oh, well, there we go again. It's also kind of a free light amp, so there's that too. And that opens this probably, yep. And another invuln. Yeah, so it really does kind of have the same issues, more or less. I think that area in the lower left is what was added, if I'm recalling correctly from that just sort of eyeballing that I did. I just know that I saw another area. I saw that there were more things in general. Yep, and that's still a an exit door exit switch. Yeah, one of those. Alright, so overall, I would say I'd rate this probably about the same as the last one. Just a, let's see, 5 out of 10. And that seems to hold up. I mean, it's a fun map. It's just when it's possible to defang it to this degree, it's kind of... I think it does kind of ruin the replayability to some extent. But what you gonna do? I'm just taking a quick glance for bullets. So I think I picked all of them up. It seems to be... Oh, nope. Never mind. It is predominantly shells. Do a quick scan upstairs, and then I'm going to gonna leave y'all for a few maps, because the next one we're going to be actually playing through is going to be E1M9. So pretty much in order, E1M9, E1M4, E1M7, and 8. And that should do it. Yeah, I think I'm... Okay, there we go. Like, where is everything? I don't even know my own house. It's terrible. Yeah, I don't think there's any bullets out here, but might as well check. If I remember correctly... Oh, there we go. If the next map is what I think it is, then... Yeah, we probably do want them. Not that you're going to see them. Haha. I am still playing continuous, by the way, so I'm going to be playing through them. I just don't really have anything to say about them. Anywho, let's go ahead and move over to the exit and all that good stuff. There we are. Holy cow! Could the Wadnator have picked a more interesting intermission music? Shoutouts to Skillsaw, I guess. But anywho, yeah, I'm gonna go with the same score for that one, 5 out of 10, for the same basic reasons. And not really much to add. So let's go ahead and I guess for you guys, it's gonna be moving on to E1M9. But yeah, I'll see you then. All right, we're back with goodness. E1M9. Wow. What the hell is happening here? Okay, missing textures, I'm guessing. Well, let's see what happens if I switch to software. Okay, it looks correct, so... might be a rendering issue. A renderer issue. Well, I guess we'll just stick with this until the end of that. Wonder what the hell is causing that, because... I mean, we've had a few minor glitches with the OpenGL renderer. But... nothing that extreme. At least not for a while. Wow. Okay, well, anyway, we are on the secret map. I'm a bit more awake, which is good. Because, yeah, this is one of those things that I'm doing, like, right after waking up. Hallelujah. Alright, well, so far, this is definitely... This definitely has the same level of mojo as the original release. I am not exactly looking forward to playing through map 5 and 6 again, but oh well, what you gonna do? Oh, one thing I should probably mention now, you know, early on and all, is I did check the text file. There's actually less stuff in the text file than there was originally. So there's no description of each map. Oh my god. Thanks. But yeah, there's no like description of each map like there was before. The cheat codes are still there. So make of that what you will. I don't know, honestly, I think which granted, you know, again, slower PCs, generally a lower skill cap, all that good stuff. I do kind of feel that the author was more than generous enough that you didn't need to go quite this far overboard with the invulns, but again, I'm saying that as someone who's completed Sunlust, or I should say, who's running this on a system that can actually play Sunlust. How about that? Yeah, there's a pretty... Oh, I think that's the author's signature room. Neat. But, yeah, there's a pretty ginormous difference in skill between, like, the best players now and the best players back then. I mean, really, when you look at it, I'm pretty much a mid-tier player. I think? I don't know. I don't really have a good barometer on any of this stuff. But I imagine I'm a pretty mid-tier player at this point. By, 94 standards... Yeah, I would have been considered probably quite good. Probably. I don't know. It also helps that I have a system that can run this at like 120 FPS in software mode. Okay, so you can lower that. Why is that misaligned? Oh, it's a different texture. Derp. Don't mind me. I'm just being silly. Alright, so now what? Mandatory secret hoe or something like that. Not a... You know what I mean. I wonder if there's a secret or a switch in here that I ended up missing. Getting fixated on the word secret and it's boggling my poor brain. And trust me, not enough left for it to afford being boggled this thoroughly. That... Oh, that's just the texture, not... Oh, that's cursed, and I can't unsee that. Oh, haha. I did it. Oh. That's a bit of a pain in the ass, but hey, you know what? At least you can do it. Did that unlock something up here, or was it in the other room? I'm going to guess in the other room. Okay, back in here we go. Into the H2H. Yep, there it is. Yeah, gotta make space for the rocket launcher. I don't want to get blowed up, because that would just be a disaster. And it's kind of doing the author's trademark thing of... Oh, okay. Of basically using the secret counter as a progress counter, which wouldn't have done anything back in the day. Like now you see, you know, secret areas revealed. I should emphasize that that message wasn't added in until we got to, got source ports. Well, even the early source ports, like, I don't even think... Actually, no, I shouldn't say anything, because I don't remember, but I don't think Boom even had a secret is revealed indicator, but I could be mistaken. It's not like I... Oh my god. There we go. It's not like I go out of my way to play Boom. Not to mention, funnily enough, I have actually had compatibility issues with Boom-compatible WADs using Boom.exe. I'm not 100% sure why. I have a feeling it probably has something to do with some weird peculiarity, maybe in modern node builder thing, but... Yeah, I have Boom on my Pentium 2, and I wanted to run like some modern WADs just out of curiosity to see how it would work, and I couldn't get a bunch of them to work. So, I don't know. Something changed between then and now that caused that stuff to break. I don't remember which ones I tried. I'm fairly certain Speed of Doom was one of them, but I don't remember. I don't have a comprehensive compatibility list or anything like that, but yeah, it just, it wasn't 100%. I know that much. Which, I mean, you know, there have been a lot of changes since then. You know, PR Boom was basically this huge revolution with the way it handled comp levels and all that stuff, so... Okay, that's one way. I mean, this seems to me like it would be the most obvious way out, but just based on the map alone. But I could be mistaken. Or there's a switch that I just didn't hit. That's another distinct possibility. I did not get an auto map. Whoa! Hold on. Oh, okay. I confused myself. Don't mind me. Oh, this brings me back to the start room. Neat. I'm guessing that's one way. Yeah, that'd be really silly if it weren't. We'll just skip half the map, guys. I also want to say that that's what ends up opening up for the exit, but... hell if I know. So that's a switch from before. That just brings me down that rabbit hole. Right. So we have 5 secrets remaining. I'm not... That's repeatable, but I don't think it needs to be. Right. I don't know why. I don't know why. Did I ever check up here after doing everything else? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Presumably. Yeah, no sign of an exit. I mean, this to me seems like it would probably be something, but... Unless maybe... Ugh. No? Here I thought I was being clever. I was wrong. Yeah, because I think that switch actually does this. And that just brings me to the other... Oh, is this it? No. That's a different switch. Okay. Maybe if I do IDDST... Oh, what the hell? What in the goddamn? Huh? I am all sorts of confused right now. And maybe a little scare-roused as well. What the hell opened that? Can you please come in here so I don't have to keep opening that? There we go. Perfect. I mean, that would be a scary-ass ending in... if you were playing the map way back when. Alright, let's let you get in here. That way I've got a little bit more room. I already put a lot of cells into them, thankfully, so... And this also, I think, kind of lends credence to my theory that the dude just used cheats to get through his map. How in the... How are the triggers set up for that? I mean, I have a feeling that I know. And that's just the switch. Alright, did I leave any cells behind? Because I would like to go in with as many as possible. Well, the next one is going to be another new map. So, I guess we'll see how that goes. It's also really throwing me off that... Yeah, that is indeed nothing. Oh, man. You also don't get the fancy symbols if you use software rendering. Nifty. Alright, I think these are all just conventional weapons. Don't think I left anything in here. Nope. Yep, I think it was just those 2 plasma rifles. So, heavens help you if you didn't pick up the cells in the previous maps. Yeah, I think... Yeah, there's 2 individual line deaths, so let's see. Are you... You have to go wide. That's only a partial thing. If you don't hit this side... and hit those relatively, you know, in a line... Oh, jeez. That should have been... 1, this should have extended further. 2, this should have been an open stay action. I think this one should have too, if we're being honest. That's just a little bit of a... more of a pain in the ass than it really needs to be. So this one was alright. Kind of a tricky one, because it had some somewhat annoying elements, but it was generally fun to play. Even by, like, modern standards, because that Cyber Demon actually does that a lot. The fact that he's stuck is kind of, like... kind of funny, actually. But, I don't know. I generally like this one. I don't think it was as good as E1M4, the old E1M4, but it was still a fine map, fine enough map, so let me just go ahead and alt-tab to my editor here. Nope, that is the shell. Very professional operation, as always. So, I'm gonna go ahead and... Hold on, I gotta get back to the intermission screen so this looks better. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 7 out of 10. There we go. And overall, it was fun. It was fun enough, but had a few annoying issues. Some very, very peculiar triggers. And I think that's the triggers being as weird as they were, I think are what's going to drop that score a little bit. Just because they're not... It's not only the fact that you have to, like, run over them, but you have to run over a specific section in a lot of cases. They didn't really need to be there. It was just strange. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to E1M4. Totally not command control. Wait a minute. Maybe this map was just heavily revamped, because, like, I looked at it in the map editor, and it looked noticeably different. Maybe the starting room's just the same. Again, I didn't take like a detailed look at this stuff because I didn't want to risk my stupid memory spoiling me, but yeah, E1M4. Just had to quadruple check, you know? Huh? Oh. Somehow he had an angle on me. Weird. Wait a minute. Isn't this one of the later maps? Uh-oh. No, we definitely get just an earlier BFG. Well, she already got paralyzed. That's a promising sign. Yeah, you know, I think I got a frame rate drop. It's almost like when your face is smashed right against a bunch of sprites. It causes things to get a little bit squirrely. With ye olde software renderer. Oh, well, thank you. Saved me the trouble. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and let her get eaten by pinkies, I guess. Okay, they're stuck, so we're not gonna worry about them. Let's go ahead and grab the health. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I think Dude's Node Builder was having a bit of a fit here. Is this different? No, I think this might be one of the later maps from before. No, but then again, the BFG was on one map, and it had a very specific layout. And I don't remember there being a fight between... Well, I don't know, I could be mistaken, but... I don't remember there being a fight between... Okay, dude, just step forward, please. I don't remember having this many cyber demons in one room, put it that way. I'm gonna have to rocket duel this bastard, aren't I? I wish the other one, oh my god. I wish I would've gotten a 2-tap on the other one, but... You know, using 94 strats, people were totally 2-tapping cyber demons at 12 FPS. Yes. I'm pretty sure there is an invuln that I missed. Although it might have been IDDQD, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I don't remember an unprotected fight being that intense before. It's also not really helping that with these, the more middling maps of the set sort of did just blend together. And the new textures are also adding enough of a coat of paint that I'm uncertain if this is one that I played. Like I said, the opening room... Wait a minute, no. I'm pretty sure I did, because this is that area that has the slime pit. Huh. Yeah, this was moved. This was moved. I remember this area. I don't remember which map it was. And you know, now that I remember, I think... If I remember correctly, I think Joe Ilya said something to that effect. Oh well, what you gonna do? So... Yeah, because it's definitely one of the later ones. I mean, I wouldn't have known that. Not to mention, I just remember this room. So, yeah, I don't remember which map this was. 7? I don't know if it was that late. I don't remember the courtyard fight being that intense, so I mean, ups for making that more interesting, I suppose. Maybe not big ups, but hey, you know, it's something. Because the rest of this is still a bit of an aimless mess. But, you know, what you gonna do? It is interesting there's no items. Yep. The memories are flooding back. Yeah, I don't know if the, I do kind of think it is the textures just sort of masking everything else. I don't have a whole lot of news to say about this, for obvious reasons. Yeah, so... Tis a little sad, though. I was kind of honestly hoping when, you know, I heard there was a revamp of this, I was sort of hoping that there would be a little bit... Yeah, that's just the switch over there. Bleh. Oh, that was close to a max roll. But I was kind of hoping that there would be a bit more... I don't know, maybe dropping some of the old maps that weren't as good. Then I looked it up in a map editor, just did that quick glance, and yeah. I will say, the lack of health is kind of becoming a bit noticeable. Oh my god, just die? Thank you. You definitely have to run... It feels like you do have to run further to get from medkit to medkit. Of course, to say that as we get back to the beginning, and there's a whole bunch of them. So, disregard that, I suppose. I definitely picked a different route this time around, that's for sure. So I think this area... I think this was one of the earlier areas I went to, right? I don't know. It's one of those things where even though I realized that I was intending to skip, like, the maps I played, you know, now you're along for the ride, so... You're welcome, Internet. What about this? A lot of optional areas in this, actually. It is a bit meandering, but I will give it credit for featuring some degree of exploration. Oh, this is where all the health was hiding. Thanks for opening the door for me. I appreciate it. And this is another view into that room down below. Did I actually go into that? Because that room that's connected to it doesn't seem to have a whole lot behind it. I must have just... Yeah, I just didn't look backwards, that's all. How dare me. Because if I did, I would have noticed this. Wait, what's that going on over there? Yeah, there's definitely a few things that I... It's all connected into this, isn't it? Yeah. Heh. I think I got to this area pretty late in the last playthrough as well. And, yep, we're back into whatever this is. We are missing one secret. I'm just gonna... IDDS... Oh, you know what? I just saw that, like, right as, I was typing that in. Alright. How do I get in there again? It's a mystery to us all. Somewhere... Oh. I also do seem to remember even just like the id textures being a bit flashier. I could be mixing this up with another map. I don't remember there being this many enemies stuck either, so that could have been something that went wrong when like the things and stuff were being added. Oops. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? You know what, that was, I think, the same area that I missed in the previous playthrough as well. It was that weird area up that lift. Oy. Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like a... Oh. Oh. The nodes be going wild. Alright, so how do I bring this down? Can I bring that down? I don't think I can, actually. That's a bit of an oversight. I guess not a huge deal because it doesn't block progression, but it's still annoying. Oh, wait, nope. It's just a very... I don't get it. I don't get it. It might have been like that before. That one I don't remember. There we are. Yeah, it's definitely one of the ones that were in the awkward part of the previous one. And then E1M5 and E1M6 are basically identical to what they were before. So after I exit this one, I'm just going to go ahead and play through those offline. I'm going to do some mining off camera, and I guess we'll go from there. Oh, okay. BFG that I missed. So I could have two-tapped the other Cyber Demon. Maybe. I don't know. Well, either way, it's a good rocket duel between friends, am I right? I'm just looking for bullets at this point. I will say, I do appreciate the, what do you want to call it? I do appreciate the restraint not flooding the player with cells. Although I think, if I'm remembering correctly, that's going to happen in a map or two. Yeah, no bullets. That's, oh, there might be. I don't feel like searching anymore, though. So, we're just going to go ahead and exit. Alright, well, I don't remember what I gave this map. Oh, I didn't get all the kills. I don't really care at this point, but I don't remember what I gave this map before. But we're going to go ahead and just give it the same thing. So, copy-paste. Awesome. Anyway, I'll see you guys in map 7. BRB. Alright, here we are with a chainsaw that I'm not going to grab just because. So we are back with map... The hell? Map 7. Yeah, what the hell? We'll grab it. Anyway, I don't think they're going to be giving us Berserk. I could be wrong. I mean... Presumably, just because this was added on to... Whoa. Oh, that's neat. Nice verticality. But I'm assuming that this is going to be one of their the author's newer maps. It's also a pretty spicy kill count, I gotta say. Oh, hi, Baron. Yeah, and I will say the previous two maps, the ones that you missed, I use that in quotey fingers. Yeah, you didn't really miss a whole lot. Basically, more or less the same thing as before, albeit maybe slightly rebalanced. You know, it was one of those things where, you know, combat was alright. Layouts were, more or less what we dealt with before. So, yeah, not my favorite thing to replay, but you know what? It could have been a hell of a lot worse. Of course, then again, the problem I did have with... Oh, red key. Hee hee. The problem I did have with those maps before is that they were definitely a dip in quality, for one. But they weren't, like, so bad that they were interesting. They were just kind of... Well, I think I said it best earlier. A bit meandering. But... Oh well, what you gonna do? Well, there's a box of shells, right? Oh yeah, there were. Of course there were. Whoa. Okay, there we go. Got disoriented. Yeah, because the author of this is definitely fairly generous when it comes to ammo. I hope I was supposed to do that, because to me it feels kind of obvious. And hopefully I didn't soft lock anything, and you know, one of those things where you soft lock and you find out like 20 minutes later. Yeah, that's always a treat. Door, teleporter, and a partridge in a pear tree. Don't shoot me. Right. Guess we'll go here. Ow. Fucker. Right, so we're in for another... I mean, these are fairly tight corridors, so now we're kind of back to where this thing was before. We're using the rocket launcher as actually a bit of a calculated risk. Oh, it's not hurt for. Good. Which really, that was one of the things that I liked most about the earlier maps in this set. Is you got a crap load of rockets. However, you were also fighting in tight corridors. So, don't blow up, I guess. And, again, it was one of those things I don't really know how intentional any of this is, but it worked out, and that's really the important part. Alright, well... Can't do anything with that yet, even though that's... There's definitely a secret area behind there. Can I get out here? Yep. Sure can. Go through the mud tech door. Yeah, the new textures are very, very amateur mapper from 1994. It's that vibe, and it's very nostalgic to me. So, you know, sitting down for a few hours in Neo Paint and knocking down some, or knocking out some really interesting looking textures, let's say. Yeah, I've been there before. Oh man, so has anyone here actually used Neopaint? I'm very curious. Is that a BBS advertisement? I think it is. Stonehenge BBS, Doom and Doom 2. Insert phone number here that you probably shouldn't dial because it probably doesn't lead to a computer service anymore. Just saying. BBSs were very interesting, and you know, that's actually one of the... It's gonna sound weird, but one of the reasons I kind of have that, you know, nostalgic itch for stuff like GeoCities is that very much had the same vibe as classic BBSs. You know, just some dude sitting down with a computer, making their space. Yeah, good stuff. So I do like services like NeoCities, because it does kind of try to capture that vibe. And I mean, one of the other things I'm playing, RAC Kill / RAC Unalive, whatever you want to call it. But that one, I mean, the main page for that, or I guess just for Raphael mode in general, is a NeoCities site. And it's just cool to see, because they definitely made it using the same sort of like mid-90s vibe take a look at it if you haven't already. It's a treat. Give me all your stuff, all your potions. It's so fun. It's so fun. I really like it. But that was basically how things were. The one thing that I would say, and granted, again, I was very young when BBSs were kind of the place to be, so my exposure to them is fairly limited, aside from like a couple local ones. However, that being said, I know enough about them to say that probably their biggest downside is just the limited lines, because you figure, if you're dialing into a place with a modem, something's got to answer that phone call. And, oh wait, no, this is just... Wait, did this open? It did. Neat. So yeah, you figure if you're dialing into a BBS that had 5 lines, only 5 people could be connected at a time. So there's definitely disadvantages to the whole technology. Oh. Alright, well, I'm thinking that's probably why there were people shooting at me from this window. I know, process of elimination and all that stuff. Right, so I'm guessing I probably just need to go through this key door. Whatever I'm looking for is probably in here. Yeah, like... Hmm? Oh, okay. I think I see what's going on. Maybe. That's like the whole busy signal era of America Online. You know, and that was a large corporation. They couldn't keep up enough, or keep up with the demand. Now, granted, I don't know how much corporate spend shrifting they were doing. But, yeah, you know, still. You would think for their size and their notoriety, getting that much of a black eye from that, yeah, there were probably factors there that they couldn't help. I would hope so. It was kind of almost bittersweet in a way when I saw the announcement that AOL was finally shutting down their dial-up service. Not to say that modern AOL was even just a fraction as interesting as old school AOL, but still, you know. So I did kind of get to experience. I spent a lot of time exploring keyword PC games and downloading various ZZT, Megazooks, and Doom stuff, of course. That was actually how I learned that Doom modding was a thing. And I think one of the first things I downloaded was the Halls of Death, which I actually did a video on. That was actually a pre-D-Zone video I did. I know, it's weird. It's weird. And it's so far back in the past, it probably has like 40 views or something like that. I don't actually know. Ow, my face. Also, one consistent bit of fun with this is, you notice my armor? It's basically been like that this entire time. Throwing that out there. Oh. Alright, so now here's the ultimate question. If I grab that invuln, is that going to help me? I do hear breathing. Stop that. Cheap bastard. Anyway, let's plan a route real quick. Alright, so out that way. I don't know where I'm fucking going. Anyway, let's just grab it and go. Alright, well, it gave me something to mess with. Okay, that doesn't open yet. This is definitely along the same level of polish as some of the classic DM or Doom Mudder stuff. But is it as good? What the? Really? Screw you, game. Anyway, is it as good as some of the previous stuff? I don't know. Oh. Nope, that ceiling is lower. That actually is not technically a visual glitch, it's more of an actual issue with the map. Yeah. Oh, hi everybody. Wondering why there's so much noise. Alright, so what opened in here? I think I found it. Just a hunch that I have. Oh, the center part in here. Alright, that lowered. Oh, and now that lowered. It's nice when things are actually happening, you know? And we have all these rockets, so I might as well just blindly fire them out here and use them, right? To a point. Eventually things stop dying because they haven't... Well, things are dying too quickly and the other stuff can't replace it fast enough. Thankfully, he had a hard time navigating, and he couldn't shoot me. He could, however. Motherfucker. Wow. Yeah, I should have just kept firing at the wall. It would have been safer. Oh, ambush flag dudes. Neat. Oh, that is an aggressive number of stim packs. Or, not stim packs. Big stim packs. Alright, so I'm thinking that probably opened the exit. Wonder if that's the last secret. Who the hell knows? So like I've said before, the way this mapper handles secrets is a bit curious. Yep, that is the last secret, and that is the exit. So, yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Very, very deadly, as previous maps were. Boink. I can't with that. Alright, so that one was, that was fun. It's nice to have, like, the more mid-maps sandwiched in, rather than being the last part of the experience. As far as rating this one, it's definitely, even in terms of the new maps, still not really the peak, but I would give this one a 7.5, I think. Let me actually make a quick note of that. This is map 7, 7.5 out of 10. It's kind of a shame, because, I mean, it's probably one of those things where the author didn't like it, but I don't get why map 4 was cut, because to me, that was the best one. But anyway, let's move on to the last one. The Not Phobos Anomaly. Ooh, we finally got a backpack. It's one of those things that was conspicuous by its absence. Also, I love this MIDI. Okay, there we go. 217 kills. A lot of ammo in this map. Jeez, oh man. This almost feels like one of those like Wolfenstein boss maps where you just get piles and piles of health and ammo. But it's sequestered in one part of the map, so you have to be a... You pretty much have to just do a strategic retreat to be able to get to it. Which I don't think is a terrible thing. I kind of like that idea of forcing the player to not overextend themselves. Of course, that being said, this isn't like a slaughter map. It's going to be very hard to overextend yourself with this bestiary and this amount of ammo. There's a cyber uwu. Probably out that giant door over there. If I had to guess. There's also what appears to be a staircase over there. Well, let's... Oh. Hi, everybody. Everybody. Yeah, he is definitely out there. That's a giant-ass courtyard. Okay. Oh, that's a giant-ass spider. Who is very distracted, so I'm going to go ahead and attack while she distracts. What? Okay. Let's just go ahead and rewind that. We'll do that. God, Spider Mastermind in an open area. It's just kind of a dick move. Oh, that would have helped. Of course, it's not helping against those guys who still apparently are able to hit me. Bastards. Why does RNG suck for me, but not for you? So this is kind of... Oh, of course. What was I thinking? Why wouldn't there be an invulnerability? Jeez. I mean, to be fair, the dude did put a Spider Mastermind in an open arena, which... never really works out. Oh yeah, I'm still in software rendering, so, yay frame rate drops. So, reason for that, if you're unsure as to why that could bring a modern CPU to its knees, that is a lot of sprites drawing on top of each other at 1440p. It's kind of a lot for any CPU to handle in a single threaded renderer, so yeah. That was actually one of the big, like, bugbears with older CPUs playing Doom as well. Like, just think about... Oh yeah, he did die there. Okay, took me a second. Sorry, my blood... I don't even know the limits of my bloodlust. Anywho... yeah, that was the problem for a lot of PCs that were modern for the day, is they would barely handle the game at a playable frame rate as it is, but then if you ended up doing a close-range BFG shot, your frame rate disappeared. And that was only drawing, like... like a maximum of 41 sprites. You know, the main ball / explosion, and then up to 40 tracers. Can you imagine what the original BFG would have looked like on those systems? Whew. I'm surprised it even got to the point where they released it as a prototype. Unless it was one of those things where they naively thought that, oh, well, maybe we could optimize this. But sadly, given the nature of, well, sprite drawing, there's only so much you could really do. Because the Doom engine's actually really good about avoiding overdraw. Same with Quake, really. Just to say, basically, the engine tries to avoid drawing things on top of things. Because you figure if something's covering something else, and you know that it's covering something else, why even try to draw it? Why waste CPU cycles? Well, problem being is that there's two major things that you can't know in advance how big they are and what parts are going to be drawn, and yeah, I mean, you could do that, but then it would take actually more processing power to call that stuff. But sprites have to be drawn on top of things, and masked textures also have to be drawn over top of things. Which is one of the reasons why, I'm assuming, why masked textures were removed from, like, the console versions of the era. Because can you imagine, like, a 32X, which can barely run the game as it is, trying to draw grates, you know, having to do multiple rendering passes, basically. Ugh, no thanks. Okay. Ooh, this is, Oh. So, okay, this is just another way outside. So yeah, as long as you take the correct path, quote-unquote, then you really won't have any problems, because you'll have the invuln. Still a fairly chunky number of kills left, though. Yeah, I don't remember if there were any, like, big armor pickups, but this is all I've gotten in... Ooh, hi. This is all I've gotten here, were just, like, individual helmets. There's a lot of BFG ammo. I should say there's a lot of BFGs, because, that's a bit more accurate. Got him. Right. Wonder if that H2H has any special meaning. Meaning, not meeting. No red key. The Wadnator does do a check if there's any tag 666 stuff, so... You know, coupled with a boss enemy. Ooh, missing texture. Missing upper, in that case. But, yeah. I do remember that much. I did make the check advanced enough that it'll only flag the map for comp level 2 if it absolutely needs to be. Which is to say, a sector with tag 666, as well as a mismatched boss enemy. So, yeah, I do things. This kind of smells like it's probably something. Because this mapper does... Like, his maps are pretty dense overall. And they make... Ow. they make pretty good use out of the space if they, like, if there's a big box and there's a chunk that's missing out of said box, then odds are it does actually have something in it. It's just secret. Of course, that might not necessarily be the case here, but, you know, it might be. I don't know. I don't judge. Okay, actually, technically, by definition, in this series, I do judge, but you know what I mean. Maybe not. Oh, yep, there it is. Wow, that was, huh. I guess I started at the right place. Alright, okay. Well, secret number 2. Número 2. Now, what about maybe the end of this hallway here? I don't know why I was searching that wall. I should have known better. It's also possible that there could be another secret at the end of that other secret. Damn it. Hate it when you get it first try and then that's it. Wonder if the last item is a computer area map. Oh boy, they also did that thing where they hid the key in the secret, didn't they? Mother of God. Alright, let me check the courtyard real quick, because I haven't been out here for a hot minute. But I don't think the key is out here. Sorry, yawns. Hopefully it's not too contagious. Fuck. Alright. Okay. Alright. Doing IDDSTs. Okay, so there was something over there. Found the key in a secret. A completely... Well, I mean, it's aligned as best as that texture can be. I actually counted for 2 secrets. Ooh. Okay, I think I might see what's going on. I think it's actually connected to this room here. That's the best way to get there. What am I talking about? There is no best way to get there. I think probably the most straightforward is going to be just at a quick glance. Going out through here. In here. Son of a... Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Just gotta go a different route. That's all. No big deal. So this one is actually... That actually was misaligned. Holy moly, that's a lot of rockets. Alright, so there's no computer area map. At least not, you know, over there. Over there. So what's this last room gonna look like? I wonder. Should probably take this out. I mean, it gave me enough ammo for it, and I haven't used this thing. Alright. So that's the exit switch. It's pretty unceremonious ending. Hello, Imp. Goodbye, Imp. Alright, so where's the last item? It's probably an armor helmet or something. IDDIT. Maybe? I don't know. Nope, it's a supercharge. Cool. Well, I guess that's it. I mean, that just kind of ended. I don't know. Alright, well, that's it, I guess. Super exciting music. I don't know. That was alright. Again, it wasn't as good as map 4. The original map 4. Not this map 4. That one was kind of, eh. What you gonna do, I guess. But, yeah. I don't know. It was alright. It was fine, I guess. The red key being hidden in a secret just... I don't know. As far as new maps go, I think this is probably one of the weaker ones, because it's more or less just open courtyard with things strewn about. An invuln that completely almost eliminates the point of the boss enemies, although at least it is a little bit hidden, I guess. Like, if you take the wrong path, you're not going to immediately see it. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird one. Sorry, yawn number 2. Apparently, I'm still waking up. So, with this one, I think I'm going to give it a, I don't know, 6 out of 10. It was just kind of boring. But it wasn't as, like, meandering as some of the old maps were. Like the original 5 through 7, but, I don't know. 6 seems like the most I can give this, I believe. And, that is it. That's it for DOOMMUD3. DOOMMUD3, you know, whatever you want to call this. Yeah, I don't know. I do kind of wish that the old maps were replaced, but at the same time, I do have to give the guy credit, because most people who set out to make an episode replacement don't manage to make an episode replacement. So, I mean, that deserves commendation, I think. Because that is just such a rare thing back in the day. Like, you'll see someone who will make a, sometimes even just one map, and be like, yeah, full episode coming soon, and then that's the only map that they ever released. Hate when that happens. So yeah, I mean, that does deserve praise. And it's not like these levels were short, bite-sized little chunks of doomy, I guess, mediocreness. Most of them were actually above average maps, aside from, you know, the ones from the original release. You know, whatever. It is what it is. So yeah, I mean, bravo. Honestly, like, dead serious, bravo. Because that was... Even nowadays, I mean, it is very hard to, especially if you're a solo mapper, to finish a Mega Pack, or Mega Wad, or whatever. I mean, stuff like Dominus Diabolicus. I'm sorry, Bofu. But just stuff like that is just, it's so rare to see something like that. Most of the complete Mega Wads you see are community projects for a damn good reason. I mean, that has a lot of effort to put into something for one person. Or even stuff like Sunlust, you know, 2-person effort, 32 levels. It's not easy. But, yeah, credit where credit's due. This is, again, you know, I must emphasize, despite some of the negative parts, this is an above average episode replacement. You know, things could have been so much worse. Because anyone could just make a few square rooms, throw some enemies and items in, and repeat that 9 times. I've done that, so yeah, past me is guilty of that. Yeah, I don't know. I generally enjoyed this, so, you know, good job. Good job. Thumbs up. But anyway, now that we're done with this, now we're back to, I guess, playing random stuff. I think I could get one more D-Zone in before the end of the year. Not sure exactly when. Probably next week. And, then, of course, we've got the year-end roundup. So, yeah. And then we're on to a whole new year of Classic Doom something. Classic Doom something. I don't even know what to call it, because I can't call it slop, because it's not. I can't call it amazing, because it's not. It's somewhere in the middle. And there's a lot of variability. But anyway, that's enough rambling, I think. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Thank you for watching this this follow-up to the previous episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.